Kenya is established under Article 93 of the Constitution, and that its main role, as set out in Article 96, is to represent, serve, and protect the interests of the counties and their governments, and further aware of the critical role that the Senate plays in the interlinkage between the national and county levels of government, and the need to enhance the interaction between the Senate and county governments as a means of bringing the Senate closer to the counties and to the general public, and acknowledging, Mr. Speaker, that the successes made during the sittings of the Senate outside Nairobi, which were held in Uasin Gishu and Kitui counties in September 2018 and in September 2019 respectively, further acknowledging that the recommendation of the Senate Business Committee that a sitting of the Senate be held away from the traditional premises in Parliament buildings, Nairobi, during the term of the 13th Parliament, and the subsequent resolution of the Senate made on the 8th of March 2023 to hold the plenary and committee sittings in the counties for 1 week period within the month of September in every session of the 4th Senate, except during an election year, with the objective of, 1, to promote the role and work of the Senate and enhance public awareness regarding the business of the Senate and Parliament in general, and 2, highlight existing and new opportunities for engagement in the legislative process, and 3, to develop and strengthen partnerships at the county level of government, and 4, provide an opportunity to members and staff of the county assemblies to learn and share best practices with senators and parliamentary staff. Now, therefore, pursuant to Article 126(1) of the Constitution, the Senate resolves to hold its plenary and committee sittings in Turkana County from the 25th to the 29th of the month of September 2023. Mr. Speaker, as I move this motion, actually, as read, it justifies all that I would have said. The only thing I would like to add, Mr. Speaker, is that once upon a time, there was a place in the United States of America called the Wild West. It was the semi-arid, arid part of the US that had what was thought to be of no value. So the majority of the settlers, when they came in the US, they settled in the lower parts of America on the, Mr. Speaker, eastern coastline for good reason. The climate was right, the vegetation was good, it was beautiful, it was littered with quite a number of lakes. You know the beauty of the US. However, somebody went to California and discovered gold. And then there was a gold rush to California. Today, Mr. Speaker, California state is the 5th largest economy in the world. The economy of California state is the 5th largest economy in the world. Why? Because of that discovery. I would love that Senate goes to the Turkana. God was not a fool to make the people of Turkana to live for so many years under so much suffering, but still be there, and then subsequently open our eyes that, wait a minute, there's some gold here called oil. I believe, despite the challenges the Tulo company is going through, Mr. Speaker, that oil is going to become economically viable. And I can assure all the doctors who I see scrambling in Nairobi here, They all be practicing medicine in Turkana, because all the Kenyans who are in the bracket of who is who will be living in Turkana to enjoy part of that wealth. So let us, as leaders of this country, not wait until